Okay, so we look at Limbo at 21:9. Damned unsettling. That's probably the best adjective to describe this game. Limbo has an eerie, creepy personality to its gameplay, and whilst you wouldn't be able to say where you are at any moment, you soon start to kind of feel like you understand the world. If you ever saw a screenshot of any part of the game, there is no way you would mistake it for any other title. It's got a very unique look. Unfortunately, whilst the gameplay is absolutely superb though, on the ultra-wide support, things couldn't be worse. So there is no 21:9 support at all. Not natively and not via modding. Everything is just 16:9 with black bars. The reason for no native support, well, the reasons the devs gave, is that they felt they designed the game around 16:9 and that to extend it to 21:9 would be to break the level design. And I'll admit, before I started playing, I was potentially open to accepting this reason as I had seen the stellar reviews of the game. However, after playing it, all I can say is this isn't true at all. The game hugely relies on lighting, with some levels using very direct light sources to make navigation very dangerous, and because of this, things that they might argue shouldn't be revealed on the sides of the screen, such as, say, the spider at the start of the game, which hides on the very right-hand side, I would argue, well, just ensure the lighting of the spider means it's only partly seen, as per 16:9, and then it can go pitch black behind the spider, and then even potentially just showing some background scene further to the right hand side which is in light. Nothing has changed about the visibility of the spider, you're still only seeing some of it, and that spookiness of it hiding away is still there. And it's not like the lighting isn't used like this clearly in the rest of the game anyway, so it's not like I'm asking for anything that's not already been implemented. It's a real shame that there is no ultra-wide support because the game is gorgeous in its own disturbing way, and having black bars on the sides is a real immersion killer. As for modding as well, there's no fix for this. I will of course update this video if that ever changes, but yeah, it's been a while since the game released, and with no fix now, it's unlikely we're gonna ever see one. General PC support wise, things are both terrible and arguably not. So there are no graphic settings at all, not even a resolution slider, which means no potential to customize the game to your rig at all. The good news is that it's not a hard game to run. It doesn't need much power, so it kind of gets away with failing to have any settings options. That said, no resolution slider is a big no-no for me. Just include one. The other annoyance is the 60 FPS lock. Again, ever-growing numbers of people are getting higher than 60Hz monitors, so being locked down is frustrating. I'm assuming with no FPS unlock either that the FPS is tied to physics, which makes the potential for any unlock even less likely in the future. Lastly, the game does slow down. It stutters a bit when you respawn. For about a second or two, the game just stumbles over itself before getting back to 60 FPS. It's nothing serious, but you do notice it. Otherwise, it runs well, and obviously it can hold 60 FPS at 30x40 by 1440 on a GTX 1080 Ti at all moments other than spawning in, but that was never really in contention. So, gameplay-wise, things would appear very simple. You can only move left and right and up and down, and there is a pretty clear linear path to take at all times, and you can only jump and grab as your two abilities. However, that's what makes it so very impressive that the depth to the gameplay is so great. Every single level feels unique. You're consistently facing new challenges, yes, using the same moves each time, but you're forced to get imaginative, play with the level and solve the puzzle. No puzzle was extremely challenging that I got stuck in it for very long, as you learn what you can pull and push, etc. But regardless, the challenges were very satisfying and felt well built, not shoved in for no reason. Physics also plays a big role in this, and it just goes to prove good physics make games so much better. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. Now, you will die a lot, and whoa, the deaths are brutal. I totally got caught off guard when I first got skewered, and every death since has still made me wince somewhat, thanks to the innocence of your character. There are also massive bloody spiders in this that, oh Jesus, I hate spiders so much, but I still was fine playing it. Just note you will be unnerved as you play through those sections if you hate spiders like me. The game isn't massively long. I'd say most people would finish it in about 3 or 4 hours, but it feels like a perfect length. It tells the story at once and doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a superb gem of a title. If you can't tell, this game totally gets my recommendation. It's rather old at this point, and so you can pick it up for a nominal amount, so there is little reason not to, well, other than the complete lack of 21x9 support, and it does undeniably take away from the quality of the experience. I would love to see an ultra-wide fix for this. I can only hope that as the growth and interest in 21x9 continues, games such as this will see fixes introduced. And as I say, if a fix ever does materialize, I'll be sure to cover it, and the link will be in the description. And of course, I'm obviously giving this a WAF score of 0. That wasn't a hard score to decide on. Anyway, I hope that gives you some information how the game runs at 21x9. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future info. For any of the games at 21x9, head over to my channel, the WAF website. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below and I'll try and cover it. And if you'd like to support the channel, the links to my Patreon page are in the description, and Amazon affiliate links are there too. See you later.